Great news, guys. People are marching out in their numbers in Cape Town to protest against the xenophobia attacks against immigrants in South Africa. This is a good, welcome development, but will this protest yield results? Will this bring African community back together as a one family? Will this protest stop the xenophobia attacks on immigrants? There are so many questions to be asked, but if you ask me, this is a good place to start because if nothing is done, South Africa is done for personally, if you ask me. So for them to come out to demand justice, to demand accountability, and they are calling out for the arrest of the March and March leaders. They want them to be arrested and justice to be brought to book to what they have caused and what their activity has caused negativity to the country. So I don't know if this will yield any result. I don't know if Africa will still be united, if South Africa will allow other immigrants, particularly African brothers and sisters, to come back to their countries. As long as they have their papers, will they let them have papers, legal papers, to come into the country? These are so many questions unanswered, but given what is happening, if it goes on, I think the government should do something about it. The March and March they should put a stop to the March and March. They should put a stop to the xenophobia attacks because we are one, we are same skin, same continent, same Africa. So working as a unit, working as one is a welcome development. What are your thoughts on this, guys? Let's talk in the comment section. Thank you.
Several organizations are set to march in Cape Town today in what they say is a stand against xenophobia. In recent months, the country has seen a rise in protests against migrants who are in the country illegally. Malungelo Boy joins us live from Cape Town. Good morning to you once again, Malu. I believe that march is now underway. A lot of those protesters have started moving. Just talk to us with regards to the route. Where are they moving to and what's the objective of today's march?
So, Katlego, we're still in District 6, right? The march hasn't started to move yet, but it's likely to move any minute now. You've got people from various organizations that are part of this march. So from here, they'll go to the local police station here at the in Cape Town CBD, right? They'll hand over a memorandum there, and from there they'll go to Home Affairs and hand over another memorandum, and then their last stop will be Parliament. There's already a lot of activity here in District 6, right? I just want you to see the number of people that have come out to be part of this march, right? You can also see that people have got placards. There's police officers and Metro police officers that will be keeping an eye on this march. You can also just see some of the placards that people are carrying. There's one placard that's catching my attention now that says, "Justice is not complete until everyone can live without fear. Our humanity ends where hatred begins." So that's kind of like some of the messaging that we are seeing today. When I was talking to one of the organizers, Eclise, earlier, she was saying that part of this exercise really is to show that South Africans are actually not xenophobic, right? And that there's a number of South Africans that welcome people from various parts of the world, but also saying that undocumented migrants should not be used as a scapegoat to some of the issues that the country faces. I want to bring in one of the people who's taking part in this protest. He's from Cameroon. You've been in the country since early this year as part of an artistic program, but you've decided to be part of this march. Why?
Yeah, I've decided to be part of this march because, first of all, I'm a black people. So everywhere in the world, when it concerns black people, I feel like I have to give my own concern about it. And then, I'm here because in my country, don't perceive this issue of xenophobia in a good way. So if I can do something for this issue to be resolved, that's why I'm here.
I mean, part of the issue that South Africans are raising is that there's a number of people who are in the country illegally, and that African governments are failing to deal with that problem. And then they say, addressing this issue, them forcing government to address this issue does not make them xenophobic.
Yeah, I think that to be illegal in the country is not good. People might leave their country because they are searching for better conditions. But I think that this government has to maybe work in a collaboration with other governments to find an issue, whether to be legal here or find a way to go back to their country. But at the end of the day, we have to how can I say, to talk about the humanity in each person. Nobody wants to come and stay illegal. Yeah, nobody wants to stay illegal in any country. I mean, if somebody is illegal here, it's not good, but it's like he doesn't have a choice. But governments need to accompany the person in resolving the issue.
All right, so thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it. All right, Katlego, that's one of the people who'll be taking part in this march. What has been interesting, though, for me, Katlego, over the past few weeks is been seeing every Thursday here in Cape Town and in the Western Cape, March and Operation Dudula, holding these anti-illegal migrants protests in various parts of the Western Cape. If you recall, Katlego, those that were taking part in the marches on the 30th of June had indicated that that was merely a start of a concerted effort to force government to implement the country's immigration laws. Katlego?
Certainly, Malungelo Boy, who's out in Cape Town ahead of that march by various organizations marching against xenophobia in
and prosecute March and March, Jacinta, Nkosakona, Ngizwe, and others for hate speech, and in the case of Patem Kulutaki, he's assaulting people, and he's on the loose, and the president meets him. My goodness, the state has protected them since before and since June the 30th, letting them act with impunity. Arrest and charge individuals engaging in incitement to violence and hate against foreign nationals, including those responsible for the eThekwini social media incident, which made the viral threats of petrol and burners, which were made against our refugee community. Investigate and address the misuse of intimidation and harassment, including by informal and vigilante policing groups, referred to in the Gauteng submissions as Amapanyanza, against the migrant communities and the inner city residents. Take direct and sustained actions against vigilante groups following prior correspondence from us to the Minister who failed to do so.